Okay, so I am on my way to this morning to do another auction. I know I've said I think twice now that I'm not doing any more auctions. However, we got our orders later than expected. Sorry, it's really loud right now. Jets are flying over. We got our orders later than expected, and the movers come on Monday, and today is Friday. So I had did the auction on Tuesday, and I didn't think I won anything, but I actually ended up winning one thing out of that. So I have to go pick it up anyway. So, I was just like, let me just go one last time, for sure this time, because the movers come on Monday, so I don't have a choice, and do one last in-person auction since I have to pick up stuff anyway. And there was a decent amount in this auction that I liked, but it is an online auction and an in-person auction, so that means double the bidders at least. So we will see how it goes. If I don't get anything, that's okay. I had to go anyway. That's what I'm telling myself. I have to go anyway to go get the items that I won. It was a lot of 3 photos or 3 prints. So either way, it's not a wasted trip. And it's a fun experience. And I've been looking in Florida to see if there's any local auctions close by, and I think I found one, so I'm going to check it out. We fly out the following Monday, so this Monday our stuff gets picked up. It's been really hectic for us. Sorry, I use this new lip gloss and it's really tingly. Anyway, so our orders are a little bit different, and it's just been constant delays, a lot of back and forth because they were manually done orders, so a lot of errors were made, so they got sent back and then back again. It's been very stressful, but we have everything booked. We got our pet flight done. We will be doing the pet or checked baggage. Since he's military on orders, we can put him as checked baggage. So it's only like 150 pounds to fly out of the UK, but you cannot do that going into the UK. So that's what we will be doing. And TMO comes on Monday, and I think they'll be done on Tuesday. We don't have we're not taking back like our couch or any of the beds because we're going to be without our stuff. They say the estimated delivery date is like June 9th, and we move into our home on March 17th as well. So we're not going to have anything for a while. So I figured it would be better to go ahead and sell our couch and beds here, so we at least have that on the other side. So it will be interesting to say the least. The military loves to throw surprises at people, so we're just gonna go with it. But yeah, I also had an appraiser come out and appraise the antique furniture that I've got over like the past 5 years. 100% recommend that. We used Christopher Mills. He's like close to Suffolk, and it was 120 pounds, and I had like 37 items roughly of furniture pieces that he evaluated. So if anything gets broken or anything like that, we're covered, so that's good. He does not do paintings or prints, unfortunately, and when I looked at getting an appraiser for that, it was for 20 items, 225 pounds. And I have at least 60 prints or paintings, so it wasn't going to be worth it to me. I do have 3 small oil paintings that I got from Lacey, Scott, and Knight, and those will be going with me in my checked bag, and I've wrapped them up and stuff like that. There's some conflicting information on whether or not you can have oil paintings in your carry-on, which is originally what I was going to do, is the one that was going on the plane with me. I was going to put it in that, but I can't seem to find any legitimate information on whether I can have that in cabin with me or not. I'm not sure why, because they're smaller. But either way, they're going in one bag. So at the moment they're in my check bag. I may ask if I can move them to my carry-on. If I can, great. And our cat will obviously be going as a check bag. And then when we get to Charlotte, we're going on a smaller plane. And the whole reason we had to change everything literally last minute, we had already booked a pet broker and his cargo ticket. But if you do cargo going from London Heathrow to Charlotte, you have to get through customs. We did a 4-hour layover, which we thought was enough time, but you have to get through customs and then go outside the airport, get an Uber, take a 15-minute drive to cargo, hope there's nobody in line, and if there is, it's only one person working at the desk, so then you kind of have to wait, call another Uber back, and then take another 15-minute drive back to the airport, check in on your next flight, move him from his original crate to the soft sided crate. It's a lot. So I was like, this was after we already paid everything, and I was like, okay, well, the whole point of me being okay just paying a broker, you don't have to have one going back stateside. I just wanted to because I thought they would just take care of everything, so it would be less stress with 2 kids. No, that's not the case. Not if you're going from somewhere that has cargo to another cargo and then to somewhere that doesn't. So VPS is such a small airport, they don't have cargo on that plane, so I have no choice but to put him in cabin, which we were fine with, obviously. So basically that whole point of getting the pet broker was useless. And on top of that, I was going to have to pay another pet broker $100 just to do the customs clearance paperwork. He wasn't even going to be there, and then I still had to go get him and everything. So it just really doesn't seem like it was everything I thought it was going to be. I thought that basically the pet broker took care of shipping the pet. They don't take care of everything. I knew I had to do like vet visits and get the rabies, and he's doing the crate, etc. And we're still going to use him for doing the crate, pet boarding the day before, and then checking over the paperwork. He's been great, honestly. We're using Tail Wings, and they're cheaper than another broker that we looked into, but he's really great. It's our airport, really, because if we would have went to somewhere direct like Miami, this wouldn't be an issue. We would literally just it's a one-way flight, or a direct flight, so it wouldn't be any issues. But because of where we're going, the biggest airport would technically be Atlanta, and that's still a 5-hour drive, so the Air Force won't pay for it. It's like a whole thing. So yeah, long story short, we have been planning to use a pet broker, and we paid and did all of that, and then come to find out in Charlotte, there's the cargo department isn't connected. We didn't know that the cargo department isn't in the airport. We didn't know we had to get a 15-minute Uber to go to cargo to get our pet. That seems crazy to me. So yeah, if we do excess baggage or checked baggage or check him like that, then he'll come out with our luggage. So that just makes it a lot easier on us with 2 kids with only a 4-hour layover. And it takes up to 2 hours to clear him from Charlotte, apparently. So on top of that, we would basically not be able to get him until 2 hours after we land, minimum. And then when I called, they said 4. So I don't know which it is. But that would only give us an hour to get back, there and back, and checked into our next flight. So it wasn't going to be enough time. So we either had to change our flights to the 5-hour layover, and it's already just been a nightmare trying to book everything last minute. So we really didn't want to change anything we didn't have to. So yeah, it's been stressful. So I'm going to go and do this auction and see what I find. We're really under our weight limit because we're not taking back we're not taking back 3 beds, a couch. So I don't know. I think we're going to be we estimated 10,000 pounds, but there's no way we're anywhere close to that. I think we might be at 5 or 6 max. We'll see. But some paintings aren't going to affect that very much. And since they come on Monday, I wanted to do this last one and just see what I get. And I will try to do some clips in the auction depending on how busy it is. And if I can't, then I'll just show everybody what I get when I get home. He's so cute for Lucifer. It's beautiful. I like this too. And this could fit in my car.
About 550 lots to get through, so that's quite a lot for today. So it'll be myself, Eddie, and I think maybe someone else will be auctioning after that. If you want to buy an item, you need to, it is a Friday. Other things that you might want to know is next week we have got our Wines and Spirits sale. So I think that's open to view at the moment. So there's lovely whiskies in there. If that's 55 I have, if there's something nice outside of it, £55 now, basically. It is £65 now, with their 60s. Yeah, got Dr. George third driver on the armchair. This is lovely. I start straight in with bids on £50. 50 years is the high. The nicer pulse of this one is at £50. 5 it is, 55 years is their 60. It is £55 now, is their 60. Selling pound 140, but it requires 6232. Next, Bill Freight. Thank you. Now, Freight Bread, Copper Planter,
Okay, so I'm leaving the auction now. It is 1:12. I've been there since 10 a.m. I won 3 things. I didn't get to stay for the whole auction. I didn't think that I would. It kind of just depends on like how fast things go. And there was a couple things that I wanted to bid on towards the end, but nothing that I was obsessed with, so I just ended up checking out and leaving. For the longest time, and I'll insert, I might have taken clips of this, I don't know for sure, but there was these Lilliput Lane cottages, and there was 2 boxes of them, and it was 24 items total, and I was so tempted. I sat there for I think 30 minutes going back and forth on whether I wanted to bid on these, and when it came time to for that lot or whatever, it got down to 40 because they obviously they start high and then they go low, but no one was bidding, and I was like, okay. I was like, if they go to 30, I'll do it for sure. And the lowest I got was 40, and then nobody bid. So then afterwards, I went up to the ladies that were sitting there who were doing the books, and I was like, what happens if no one bids? Like, can I still get, I don't know, can I still get the Lilliput cottages is what I asked. She was like, yeah, you can. She's like, but the lowest we'll do is like £45 because of the vendor or something, which didn't really make sense to me considering, I don't know, they went down to 40. And he said that was the lowest that he would do was 40. So I don't know. Anyway, so I contemplated on it. I had like 2 more lots that I was watching, anticipating on whether I wanted to bid on those. So I was like, let me just think about it. And I thought about it the whole time. That's all I could think about. And I couldn't decide if I was considering buying them because our stuff gets picked up on Monday. And this will be my last chance to buy them, so it's like that fear of missing out. Or if it was like, okay, there was like maybe 5 of the 24 that I loved. The rest I liked. I mean, they're all adorable little houses. But I'm like, what am I going to do with 24? You know? So in the end, I said I decided to get them, and then I got to check out or whatever, and because I didn't actually like raise my paddle and bid, I wasn't obligated to buy them per se. So I called one of my best friends and I was like, what do you think? And she was like, no, don't do it, because it would have been like £55 after the buyer's fee, which is like, I don't know, like 60, 70 bucks. So I didn't do it, and I feel good about it. It's really hard to have that kind of discipline in an auction, I swear. And one of the reasons I really don't like going in person is because I get competitive with it. But yeah, anyway, I won 3 items. I'll show them when I get home. One of the items wasn't even like I go through the catalog prior to attending or prior to watching, obviously, otherwise there's no point. And one of the items I didn't even have like on my watch list. I just saw it when I was there and I was like, I want that. And it got low enough that I decided to get it. And there was a couple of things that went a little bit higher and I just didn't want to spend the money on those, but yeah. So I'll show those items when I get home. Okay, so this is the item that wasn't even on my wish list, and I got it for 10. I'm gonna use it as like a plant stand, I think, in a hallway maybe. So that's one of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna show really quickly what I got. It was not much. This is what I got from the Blythe Barn on Tuesday, was these 3 pencil drawings signed. I love these first 2, but not a big fan of boats. So I'm likely gonna get rid of this one. And this was definitely a score for 15 pounds. And all 3 of these, Lucifer, all 3 of these were 15 together. So that's just kind of like the difference that you get when you go in person to Blythe Barn, where they don't do online. So I was able to get all 3 of these for 15. Whereas like this was at the online and in-person auction, and I got 1 for 15, which is still a great price for this, I think. I really love the frame and everything. And then this is the other thing, which was 8 pounds. Very pretty. And then the stand as well. So that is everything I got at my last auction in England.